So I'm playing Remnant 2 for a little bit now, and I see a lot of builds and stuff, see a lot of fun stuff to do. But there's one I'd like to show that I've been rolling with for a bit, and it's been pretty fun. I used to call it the Fire and Forget, but now I call it the Geneva Suggestion because, well, I mean, come on, we all know Geneva Convention can't hold me. Plus, I do love committing most Lovecraftian, I guess you could say, war crimes. Because it's not exactly on people, but war crimes are war crimes. They're very fun all the time. Anyways, let me shut up and let's get straight into what the build is. So, for armor, doesn't matter, irrelevant. Do whatever you want with your armor because obviously you like doing what you do. I just like to light roll. So, and right one weight above this is med roll, and I don't like that too much. It's light armor. It is a little not great, but it is what it is, you know. So, first and foremost, when it comes to the things you want to have on, well, not want to, but the things I have on, are Summoner because of his main archetype trait, where it increases health regen. Very important there. Because, like, as I said, when it used to be Fire and Forget, when you were running away, not necessarily running away, but you were, you shot them and then you led them to die, you would just want to, keep going. That was the whole point. It was to just keep, going forward, and without having to stop, and you'd still get all that XP and stuff. His main damage perk is really nice. Mod and skill damage, 35%. Crit chance we don't really care about. Minions are nice though, so they do what they do. I personally love the flyer. The Mike Wazowskis can shove off. I don't really like them too much. And my son Reaver, he is probably the best of the best in my opinion, for the sole reason that he is the most disrespectful thing. Stop me if you've heard this one before, but when you see that axe implanted surely into the middle of their skull. Beautiful. From out of nowhere, too. Just like Randy Orton. Now, this secondary one, right here, I'm just leveling the Explorer. It doesn't really matter too much. I would prefer using the Alchemist for his perk, Liquid Courage. Grants a 25% increase to all damage, which is just amazing. Because, you would be... All damage would imply the dots as well, which we'll be getting into in a second. Now, but I'm gonna put Explorer back on. Obviously, I'm leveling it. I intend to level everything because I really do enjoy it. I enjoy like the fact that like it's just like, oh, level up and then you get more shit. And it's really cool. I really enjoy that. It's been a while since I played a game where like I've enjoyed it this much and then wanted to do that. Anyways, so back to character. Get to the trinkets and whatnot. I've gone with Effluvium Enhancer, the amulet, because as it reads, it increases acid damage by 20% and corrosive damage by 50%, which is beautiful, like especially for that dots. It's amazing. The initial firing as well. What I used to run was just straight up the Vengeance Idol because it increases all damage dealt by 30%, which is nice. But it did require two things basically, which was I needed another ring on, which is no big deal, because there is actually a ring that I'm not certain I want to keep on right now. But as you know, I'm just throwing the suggestions out here. I don't really know what else to do. I'm not the most knowledgeable. I haven't read through everything. I'm not the smartest yet. But yeah, no. But I didn't like that. I was always at 50% health because on veteran they hit hard. Obviously, like I haven't tested past veteran, but on veteran they hit hard. And the whole point of firing and forgetting is that they die, and then you could still dodge. Which obviously you probably want some stuff in stamina for that, which usually I ran out of as well. But like where the restrictive band probably could have come off for more of that. But yeah, no. So it was just not good. And being at full health, as it's not the craziest, as you can see, my health is only 115, which isn't necessarily the craziest in the world, but like it's good enough. It's good enough. But yeah, no. So Effluvium Enhancer, since I get to keep my 115 health, it stays on. I enjoy it a lot. For the first ring, I have the Stone of Expanse. I do not remember where to get this, but it increases range damage by 12% and reduces all other damage dealt by 6%. Now, it's annoying because obviously, the reduction in damage is kind of just irritating, but it's okay because the very next ring kind of cancels that out. But yeah, the increase of range damage is really nice. It doesn't affect the dots, but the initial blasts, like it does a lot of burst damage, like which is just very very nice. Um, and on veteran, even still, as I said, I haven't passed that. I haven't gone past there to test it. It's a fun thing. It's a fun little thing. Just just start blasting them, and they take an unnecessary amount of damage too. Plus the dots that's already going off them is fucking amazing in my opinion. But yeah, I know. So this one's a good one. Now the one that cancels it. What is that noise? Oh, sorry. I'm in Narude right now in one of the dungeons for a little bit of test. So if something attacks me, I'm gonna cry. Anyways, so the Stone of Balance, as I said, that's the thing that reduces all the damage out by 6%, plus adds another 1%, and increases all damage by 7%. And now this adds on to the range damage, which is nice. I can get rid of it. I just don't know what for, not gonna lie. I see it's a kind of a crutch, but I just don't have any other ring in my mind to, like, I haven't read through, I haven't really done a lot, but it serves me very well, so it is what it is. Next one, I have the Deep Pocket Ring. Increases ammo reserves by 25%. The whole purpose of this one is solely so I have more, more ammo to destroy them all, basically, like, leave destruction everywhere. It can be changed as well for a better ring. It's not like that's impossible. Again, haven't really gone through the rings. Plus, I guess I don't have all the rings. I haven't beaten the game entirely. It's not like I have unlocked every single little thing. So yeah, like this can definitely be changed. But for right now, it's doing what it does, and it's very nice. The last ring is the Acid Stone, which I'm pretty sure you buy from the chick that you start the game with. I don't remember her name, but that's where I think I bought this. Not sure. I might have bought it from what's his name? The dude that sells you the really cool ring in the first game. I can't remember his name. Anyways, so he sits with Mudtooth though. He's the guy across from Mudtooth. I remember Mudtooth because I had to sit through like 80 million of his stories just for an achievement. It was, it's definitely a way to remember someone. I'll tell you that much. Anyways, so this does the obvious thing: increases acid damage by 10%. And acid resist by 15%. It just doesn't really matter the acid resist because you can't really acid yourself. Plus, I have not found a single enemy in the game that actually does acid damage. So, I mean, it's kind of worthless for the resistance, but the acid damage by 10% straight out, very, very nice. Now, all that acid damage, what it's going to be buffing is the nebula. Now, I have mine at plus 10, and I also have the extender on it, which I put to plus 10 as a mod. Which increases the mag capacity of this weapon by 40% at plus 10, and increases reload speed by 15%. Now, it says mag is 55, the mag will actually be 77 with the 40% increase, which is really nice. This is the main bread and butter of the entire build. That's why it's being all built around and whatnot, because it is a flamethrower of acid, and once that happens, you just blast, fire, and forget. As it says, last 15 seconds for dots. It's beautiful. Like, this is what makes the Geneva Convention shiver in their boots. They don't actually know what's going on. They just know, like, I don't even know if they know what they know. Like, they just know. You know, they're coming to my house right now, as a matter of fact. I should probably close my door, but I don't want to. I'm also extremely thirsty. So that is... I'm afraid to get up, because what if the Geneva Convention corners me at my refrigerator? You know? Like, what do? I don't know. Like, I'm dead. I'm done. Anyways, let's get off this before they figure me out. For melee weapon, doesn't really matter. I love the Huntress Spear, though, because you just... Well, I mean, you get the ranged buff off of this, and you get, you know, obviously the increased whatever. You don't get the acid, obviously, off the Hunter Spear, but I love when I'm just like, I don't know what's going on, and then I just, like, grab the javelin. I feel like a badass. There's an anime, it's called Fate. I want to say it's Grand Order, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. I'm not going to lie to you, but it was a really, really cool scene where, he takes the spear, not the javelin, right? And I think it's a Spartan. I don't know. And, like, he's fighting Medusa. And he takes the javelin, and he's like after the giant wall of like Spartans and stuff, and like he separates them. He's just like, hold my beer, grabs a javelin, just fucking beams that shit straight through her head, and it's like, damn, like that was really cool. That's the only thing I've seen. I saw it was like there was like a breakdown. I forgot what band it was that they used the breakdown to, but it was, oh my god, it made me want to watch the anime, but like I don't know it, so, and I only have Netflix. I'm what you call a fucking plebeian, so I don't really, you know, I don't really know. Don't really care too much, though, I'm not gonna lie. Because if I find it, I find it. If not, I don't watch much TV anyway, so I don't really give a shit. Anyways, oh, I just realized you can see my traits on the right side. I'll go over those in a second. Anyways, so the final weapon is the Merciless. You get this from a specific way that you kill the the Ravager. There we go, the Ravager. So I put a mod on it. Continuously aiming increases range damage up to 20% for over 3 seconds, which is really nice. It's not bad. Honestly, it should be on an LMG that isn't this one, but this thing having 50 bullets is really nice. But as I said, this is where this entire build doesn't really care about crit chance and whatnot. But what this does is it'll apply bleeding, and for those who don't know, it shoots teeth. It's really cool. But yeah, so that's what makes this another part of the Geneva intervention. I shouldn't have said it like that. That makes it sound like I'm actually giving a damn about the Geneva Convention. Anyway, so this is the other part of the Geneva suggestion. It doesn't get any buffs because it's not bleed damage. I've noticed is not justified enough to really need a buff. However, it is lovely to have this gun because it's got 50 bullets in the mag. It's increased by its own mod that I put on, and these two rings, you know, Stone of Expanse, Stone of Balance. It's very nice off that. Plus, it has a railgun. That is what Bloodline is. It's basically a rail cannon, which is really, really good, especially if you line up enemies. Oh my god, it's insane. I don't believe the rail cannon does bleed, like puts the bleed on, but when you shoot enough and you have the bleed, you've already stacked the corrosive. You're literally just you're actually going. The Geneva Convention is going to be waiting right outside of your door. They don't even have a standing army, as to what I understand, but the FBI is waiting outside your door, and they're going to take you down. It's just what's going to happen. So but yeah. Now, in my opinion, whatever you use is the relics. Just moving on from the thing, those would be all the guns. That would be all the main thing over here. I'll get to the traits in a second, but after the with the relic, ignore my clearly amazing relic add-ons. They're top tier, 10 out of 10. They are the I don't understand how they work. I'm not gonna lie to you. I legitimately don't actually care like about them right now. I should, because I know they make a build insane, but I can't be bothered right now. But yeah, you could do whatever you want with all of these relics. I don't know if you see any that you don't like, you already seen before. I personally like the thought of this one right here, the Lifeless Heart. It's a very, very cool one if you add certain like fragments on and things like that, or if you do whatever. It is a cool one, and it's just really quick health, like very, very quick health. Plus relic capacity is doubled. It's very nice. But I like the Ruined Heart because I get the health regen. It's added on to my my already existing health regen, and it increases 500 mod power over 10 seconds for both weapons. Now, I'll show off what the Nebula's backup thing does, called Nano Swarm. It's actually really, really cool. However, it does not apply the corroded status effect. It is very, very nice though. Like, but yeah, no, I like this one specifically. It's not fast healing. It is not. It is not that great when it comes to fast healing. It is solely for you to use it, so you have that health regen after you blasted and you start running away. If you know you're probably going to get hit, then it's for mitigating that hit, pretty much. Now, as I said, ignore the little things I have on it. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know how to use them yet. I will figure it out eventually. when I care. But right now, it's doing what it does, it's doing what it needs to, and honestly, that little skill cooldown percentage, it's actually been helping quite a bit, which is really nice. Um, but yeah, the rest, I can't really tell. The healing effectiveness, I don't even know if it works for what this does. Anyways, so with those aside, now we'll, oh, excuse me, now we'll move on to the traits. So I leveled up obviously a lot of different archetypes beforehand, and you'll see the ones I have on right now are on the right. Um, but we'll just go over them real quick. You know, I have Regrowth, which is the Summoner Archetype trait, 1+1.5 health regen per second. Very, very lovely. It's just, you know, extra healing. Swiftness, I don't really care about. The one you'll get for non-evader, I'm looking for it. The one you get for Alchemist, which is the other one I suggest you use as a second one, is the consumable duration, which is really, really cool. Like, for when you use which, by the way, you'll find out later on. Like, if you can ignore them original, like for the first like a little bit, but concoctions are ridiculously good. They are insane. They are 100% suggested. Once you beat the game, Mudtooth starts selling every single one of them, or you know, a good amount of them, like a really, really good amount of them, and they are insane. Highly suggested. They last 60 minutes, literally a full hour. Plus, if you 100% this, it lasts 2 hours. Like, you know, you get Alchemist level 10. It'll last 2 hours. Absolutely insane. Lovely indeed. Okay, now moving on. So I put because I had 5 more to use. I had no interest in, so I put them into health or vigor. Um, Honestly, thinking about it, it's vigor is not that important. I mean, it kind of is, but at the same time, it's kind of not. Like, it's alright, because, you know, you, as I said, you want to be escaping, so you probably want to prefer to put it into stamina. But then again, up to you. You know, obviously I didn't. Plus 30 stamina, I don't really know. It is a huge difference, but I don't really know. You know, I'm not a guitar nerd. I'm escaping as it is. You know, fine already. That's just me. So, you know, if you need to put in endurance, do it. If you need it in vigor and endurance, do it. You might find something else you don't really want here, that you want to put it into, which is, you know, do whatever you want. I'm just giving the suggestion, the Geneva suggestion. Anyway, so now I put my thing in spirit as well. I put all 10 in spirit, which is mod power generation. It gives plus 20% at level 10. I just like having the railgun. I like having the nano swarm up. They do a lot of damage, and as it is fire and forget, as I said. You know, the railgun is for problems in the way, technically, and the nano swarm is just general. It's aggressive. It just assaults. It's amazing. I love it. The next one I put in expertise, reduces skill cooldowns by 20%. Now, I would say I can change this. I might change this. I'm not sure. I do like, you know, being able to summon faster. But then again, I haven't really noticed any time where I'm waiting that long to summon again, you know? Like, that's just me. At least, you know, if you feel you need that skill cooldown because you like it, obviously I suggest it. It's worked well so far with me. You know, it is what it is. It's a really good skill. It is a really good trade. I do really like this one, because it helps. Oh my god, it helps so much. I don't care about Scholar. Scholar is a good one though. I do suggest picking this one up. At level 10, it gives plus 15% EXP bonus, and with a new patch that's going to be rolling out, I believe it's going to be the first patch for Remnant 2, just about 3 weeks after launch. So they fixed a lot of glitches and stuff. But the Orb of Undoing, which lets you redo all of your traits, is going to be an unlimited use item, supposedly. Allegedly, as to what I read. So, you know, having that plus 15% EXP until you, like, I don't know, do all your classes and you're ready to experiment further, do whatever, you know, it's really good. Really good to have, I will say. I have Bark Skin, fully maxed out. At plus 10, it does 10% damage reduction, which is good. I mean, it's straight up damage reduction. Reduces all incoming damage. Not bad, you know. It definitely helps. You notice it, like when you're falling and stuff. Sometimes your friends will take an unnecessary amount of damage and just land, and it'll take like a pea brain, and it's like, all right, how did you do that? Probably bark skin. But yeah, it's pretty much what it is. Now for summoner, Blood Bond is a great trait that I have, just, to keep it on. Archetype summons absorb 10% of the damage taken by the caster. So what that means is basically like Bark Skin, it's just damage reduction. Like, I thought, it would be you both split the damage. No, it's another 10% damage reduction when you have a summon out, which is really good. Like, especially if you have the Reaver out, he has a lot of health. He's very fun. On the Mike Wazowskis, sometimes they die instantly. It's annoying. It's very annoying. So I don't really like them too much for that other reason. But yeah, no. So Blood Bond definitely plus 10. That's how I have it. The next one I have is Fitness, which is plus 30% evade distance. Obviously, if you're going to fire and forget, you're going to want that good evade, which is where the Invader archetype can also come in, because the Invader archetype, where are you? Untouchable. It increases the invulnerability window, which is also nice, but personally, I like the damage of Alchemist. So I would deal with the potency thing, but if you really want to just like you're fine with damage, you don't really think you need to do any more, and you want another secondary trait, then the invulnerability window for Invader's Archetype at level 10 is another 30% invulnerability, combined with 30% evade distance is just, it's really really good. Like, it's definitely worth it. Oh yeah, stamina recovery for stamina regen as well. As I said, you can also like put it into that because in case you feel you need that. I don't have anything in there because I have no interest. Although supposedly there's going to be a lot more trait points that you'll be able to have, because right now the max is 60. But I believe the videos I watched, the devs are playing it by ear, and they're just like, okay, how much is too much, So that it'll be what it is, and hopefully maybe at one point you can have every single trait. So then it'll just be what it is. It'll be nice. Now the other one I have is Rugged, which gives summon. The summons my health, not my health, but it gives the summons health, and this one increases the health of Archetype summons by 100% at plus 10. It goes up by 10 for every level, and it's very, very nice. I personally enjoy this one a lot, because with the absorption and with the bark skin, it just more, and with the summon being active, like they go and attack, to go and do stuff. It's perfect. It's perfect. Now there's a lot of things. You could probably go for Siphoner, which is life steal. Or the best perk in the best trait in the entire game, actually, which is traversal movement speed. I think it's actually OP as fuck. I'm 90% convinced speedrunners are gonna endorse this one day as being the most OP trait in the history of the world. Wayfarer is that's just what it is. Traversal movement speed is that's just, come on, let's be realistic here, boys. Like, brothers, let's be realistic. Anyways, but yeah, you could probably change something out for Siphoner. If you want to get some lifesteal going on, like say you want to Geneva convention them, but also you want to have some good lifesteal. Siphoner is a really nice one, because you're doing a lot of dots, so it does make sense. It's something I'm going to test out a little bit later, when the first patch drops and the Orb of Undoing is unlimited, because I have zero interest in buying those things over and over again if it's going to be unlimited, because it's too expensive. It's too expensive, and I got a lot of stuff to upgrade. But yeah, no. There's also a build I'm going to mess around with, where it's going to be extreme armor on this build, and then there's a way to upgrade your dodge roll, where instead you roll, but you don't roll, you do a kind of like a blink. If you know what that is. Blink is kind of like you just phase in and out of existence, and it's complete frames. They can't hit you in it, thank God. But it does cost red health to gray health, which would change the dynamic of probably the hearts, the runes, the relics that I use, the heals, the Estus that I use. Yeah, I probably have to use the reprocessed heart, because this converts 5 health as gray health to 4. No, I'm dumb. Where's the other one that matters? There's one that. Hey, where are you, buddy? Come on. I'm a little bad at this game. There's one that changes your gray health into red health very, very quickly, and I can't seem to find it. Oh, there we go. I found it just now. Salvaged heart. innate 50% use speed bonus, just nice. On use heals 30 health over 0.25 seconds and restores 300% of current gray health, which would be amazing in case you need to be out of there in a pinch. But also, you know, having the health regen would be really nice on with Summoner, probably on a secondary class, you know, in case you want a different Prime perk. But that's speculation. That's all speculation. That's all different stuff. I'm not smart enough to really go through with that. And, you know, we're going to take a minute and just go through this right now. You know, let's use the Explorer perk so I could run fast. But this is basically how I deal with every dungeon. You know, we're into Rude right now. Pretty sure I'm on Veteran right now. Just spray them, and then don't care about them. Just keep going through, and they're done. Like, you look back, they're done. These guys jump, gone. Can't hit them up there. All gone. Like, it's just is what it is, you know? And I find it effective. Oh, now we have a elite. Elites are more annoying to deal with. That's when you pull out. That's when you piss him off and tell him go and attack or do something and get out of my damn way. The only annoying part about the Reaver, pretty much, is it's just so big and burly. So, all right, now I firmly believe I don't have to deal with this anymore. See, and it just goes through with it. It's just beautiful. Like, now, I'm not 100% sure what difficulty I am on. Sometimes you'll probably have to reapply the status effect, you know, which shouldn't be too hard if it's like an elite or whatnot. But I do know on Veteran, you don't have to, like, you rarely have to reapply any status effects to basic enemies. There's like one enemy I remember, one location I remember, it's usually Yeisha, where like the stupid bark skin boys, those little like worm things, you'll have to like, you know, reapply it, because sometimes they just have it's the ones that they like spin around and they shoot those like explosives. They're very annoying. I don't particularly like them, like, because, you know, I have to reapply the status effect and it's like, oh, that's annoying. But yeah, no. So, but this is essentially my build. You know, I've been using it for quite an amount of time, and the only boss that it doesn't seem to work on is the final boss, because the final boss is resistant to all status effects. But at the very least, you know, there's ways around that. You know, just have a backup build ready for final boss. It is what it is. You know, I'm really bad at fighting the final boss. I can get him to second phase, and then for no reason. This is what I use Invader for, because when there's things I just can't dodge, I just use the Invader skill and then he auto dodges. I haven't figured out how to really beat him yet. Like, I get pretty far and then it's just it's really annoying. But yeah, no. So I just wanted to show off that build, show off this build. Hopefully you enjoy it, and hopefully it can be improved upon. You know, hopefully there will be a better Geneva suggestions out there. You know, we can together, I'm pretty sure with the new deal with the DLCs that'll eventually come out, I'm pretty sure together we can come up with the most disgraceful thing to you know, to disrespect I guess any OSHA safety monitor that sees your war crimes and realizes, damn, I need to report this to Geneva, but then you turn around and you're like, I don't think so. Now, these are the Nanoswarm. I actually forgot to show them off real quick, but basically, they're just little angry balls of death. Here, let's find a dude real quick. Should be one right around this corner. I lied. Anyways, those boys, they go and they just start straight assaulting. They are what they are. But, yeah, no. So, hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully that there will be more suggestions for the Geneva intervention. Where we intervene in the Geneva Convention and tell them absolutely the fuck not. My war crimes are my war crimes and you cannot stop me. The FBI is actually outside my door right now, so I have to go answer that. Do you think if I answer naked, I will probably be, like, arrested or something? I don't think so. I think I'll be completely fine. I'm gonna go answer naked. But yeah, hopefully the FBI doesn't take me down, and I will catch you. Thanks for watching.